Hello friends, in the last tutorial we printed this hello world message on the terminal. Okay, let's revise this. Now if we type system dot out dot println and then add a semicolon in the last and then a pair of commas, and whatever you type in these commas will be printed as it is in the terminal. Okay, so let's print and then this. Okay, now print this. Okay, you see this hello world message and you see this one that we have printed. Whatever you print in this, it will be printed as it is in the terminal. Okay, now next we are going to talk about the data types. There are two types of data in Java. First one is primitive type. Primitive type and second one is reference type. Okay, second one is reference type. In this tutorial we are going to look at some primitive types of data. So in primitive type there are other types of data just like integer, right, and then integer, character, float, and then character, float, boolean. Okay, so these are some primitive types of data. We'll see reference types in other tutorials. So these are the primitive types of data that we are going to use in this tutorial, right? So first of all, comment these. Okay, so as you can see, I've added these lines before these words. Okay, so this is called as a comment. They will discuss about comments in detail in future. Now you just understand that comments are not executed. If we remove these slashes, then you can see it is saying that there's a mistake in the program and program won't run as it should. Program will crash. Oh, I see that. So here you can see the program crashed because of this line. So as we comment it, then it won't be executed. It means that now our program can execute successfully. Here you go. The program ended successfully, and these types are not okay. These comments are not executed. Programmers use these comments to give description about their method or some piece of code. Okay, so first of all we are going to discuss about the integer. So integer, for integer type you just go up and first of all give the data type. What is the data type? What the data type you want? Integer. So for integer just type int then variable name age equals to 30, then add a semicolon in the last. After that come down and print this age. System. Now I tell you shortcut about this. Instead of writing system.out.println, you can simply write SOUT and press tab, and this piece of code will automatically be generated, right? So now let's print age. Okay, notice that I haven't used the comma sign, because if we use this will be considered as a string, and strings are and it will be executed as it is, right? Let's try it. So you can see that here the age is printed instead of 30. We don't want that. We want 30, not the a label of for variable. So let's print the let's remove these columns and now print it. Run our program. Here you go. You see 30 on the terminal. Now character type. For character type you need to give the type char and then variable like letter is equal to a. Now let's print this letter on the terminal. System dot out dot println and LETL letter. Let's run our program. Okay, here's area. I forgot semicolon here. Now let's run our program again. Yeah, here you go. You see A on the terminal. Now let's use float. For float you give the data type float, float and salary. Salary is equal to 40,000.7879. Okay, we can consider this as a salary. This is a floating point number. Okay, we have a compilation error here, and if I hover my mouse here, then required float provided double. Okay, so here we see a compilation error because this number is larger from the float. We'll see double in other tutorials, right? For now on, just here prefix it with F. And so now let's print this float salary in the terminal. SOUT tab and is salary, right? Now let's run a program. Here you go, we see 40.789. Now Boolean type. For the Boolean type, let's come here, Boolean, Boolean. Boolean is eligible is equal to, okay, we have compilation error. Let's hover mouse, required Boolean, required type Boolean provided white. Okay, so we can set it true. True, or okay, just a minute, or you can set it false. You can set it a true or false, just like yes and no in English, right? True or false, it's like yes and no in English. And yes, remember that I've used the smaller case f, because if you use the larger case f, this will, you know, this will give an error, because because this is case sensitive, so you should always use smaller case f, right? So let's print it on terminal. SOUT tab is eligible, and now run a program. Okay, we get false. If we set this to true, okay, I forgot semicolon here, this will give an error. Okay, so let's set semicolon in the last, and now run our program. Okay, I tell you a shortcut about running a program. Maybe I've told you before. Look at this. This tells that shift and F10. Shift and F10. This is the shortcut for running our program. So let's press the buttons shift F10. Here you go, our program is run. This is true now, and you see all these, they're printed, and the comments are removed. Thank you. Please share, subscribe, and like our videos. Thank you.